just give me the same respect, okay? And so part of that is changing the direction of this organization. As part of it is changing the culture of the police organization. And so part of what we're doing is not going to take place overnight. But you asked me if I'm holding people accountable. It's basically what you're getting to. The answer to that is yes.
West and Anderson, are they still?
Police officers who were involved in the Tyrone West case are going through the process right now of looking at the investigation. As part of bringing the independent board up. They're on the street until we have a resolution of what's going on. Is that proving a point or something? They are on the desk job. No, they are not on the street. They are not on the street. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for your question, sir. Commissioner, thank you for answering the question.
Good evening, man, Commissioner. I'd like to know, when are y'all hold the police responsible for coming in the black community and just disrespecting everybody? The old people, the young people, everybody. They do whatever they want to us.
Thank you for your questions.
I'll say, when I interviewed for the commissioner position, that is something that I spoke about with Commissioner Bax and every person I interviewed. I heard you, not specifically you, but the concerns that you have and the concerns that were raised by other community members when I talked to community leaders prior to bringing Commissioner Bax in. I heard you loud and clear that you cannot expect us to work with you in partnership to reduce crime in the city if you continue to disrespect us. That is one of the reasons why I brought Commissioner Bax here, because we wanted to change that paradigm, and we worked very hard to try to shift that. That's why we're here tonight. We want you to know that we're working to try to improve the relationship. That's why we're here. That was my instruction to Commissioner and to everyone that works under him, that we need to treat the people of Baltimore the way that you would want your family treated, and that is the only way that we're going to get the collaboration and cooperation that is going to get us to a safer Baltimore.
I just want to know when it's going to stop.
One question.
What we're doing through our procedures, our practices, our education, our discipline, is building a professional police department that you're going to be proud of. It's not going to happen overnight. There's a lot of good employees in this organization. I got to make that really clear to you. You know, I was at a meeting not too long ago, and I was sharing with the police officers, and I was sharing with the residents in the Southwest that what I want people to walk away with when they come in contact with police officers, it's not the things that you're seeing here tonight. What I want them to walk away with is, wow, they did a very good job. They went beyond what they had to do to get the job done and serve this community. And as I was saying that, one lady took the microphone and she said, I just want to share with you my story as you say that. And I thought it was going to be a negative retort that she was going to say. But she stood up and she said, you know, I was driving my car and I took an overabundance of my medication, not on purpose, it was an accident. And I started to swerve as I was driving. I ended up coming to a stopping my car, and a police officer pulled me over. And she shared the fact that when that police officer got out, she thought for sure she was going to jail because she was driving under the influence. What she said is that police officer came up to her in a very kind and respectful way, helped her out of the car, put her in his car, and drove her home. And she walked away with saying, wow, thank you very much. There's a number of police officers in this organization that mentor young kids in this organization, in this community. They mentor kids who don't look like them. There's police officers in this organization who are Caucasian, who live in black neighborhoods within this city. We don't know it, but they're part of the community and part of the churches. So we can't paint everybody with a broad brush, but the thing that I walk away with, and I'm listening and I'm paying attention, the way that we treat people in our city, the community doesn't like. And that comes from some of the things that we say and some of the attitudes that we give off. I hear that, I'm paying attention, and I'm listening. I'm bringing in outside trainers to this organization. I'm opening up the organization to the community so the police department understands their responsibility. We work for you. You pay our salaries. And I don't care what part of the city you come from. I don't care how much money you make. I expect these officers to treat everyone in this community with respect. And I won't back off of that. I want to stop saying that, and I want to stop holding people accountable for it. But there again, I've been here about a year. This thing didn't get broken over a year. It's going to take time, and we're going to keep moving in the right direction. I do need your help. I do need you to keep me in check. I do need you to hold me accountable. But I also want to applaud when we go the right way and we're doing the right things that you want to see from this organization. We're moving in the right direction.
Thank you, sir. And before we go to the next question, I'm going to ask that because there are folks that have been standing for some time now. I know Leela, you're on the end from a step forward. She wants to ask a question. Mr. Bilal. So there are a number of people who are in the line. We want to ask that we ask 3 questions. 3 folks ask a question. Then we'll give an opportunity for a response. Then we'll go to the next 3, ask a question, opportunity for the response. Thank you very much. And I'm going to also ask, because there are some folks who have been sending me texts from the audience asking, are these people from the Western District? Well, I should hope, but there are a lot of folks from the Western District who would like to have their standing in line, who would like to have their question answered. So the first 3, just give us your name, neighborhood, organization, your question, and we can go on to the next 3. Thank you. Thank you, Demetrius.
Okay, my name is Nakia, and I'm from 21211 off of Falls Road. And you say that you want to have a community relationship, and we pay the officer's salary. So I want to know, why do I have to pay the officer's salary of Jeffro Estavian, who murdered George Booker Wells III and shot him 6 times? I want to know, why do I have to pay that salary on that officer and he has not been arrested? What part of the job is shooting someone 6 times?
No, ma'am. That's his job.
Hi, okay.
Thank
Hi. My name is Miss Pat. I'm the Hartford Community Liaison. I didn't come to bash anybody. I come to say to you, Mayor, I'm here to help you. The motorcycle community is here. Captain, Douglas, thank you. Bass, let me tell y'all something. I'm out of Philly, but Baltimore was my home. I used drugs here. I was one of the ones who made crime real bad. But I'm coming back to give back what was taken from you, to give back to you. And like I know, just like y'all know, we spend a lot of tax money in the city. When somebody gets shot, know who shot, don't tell, and then that's when the detectives come, all that money is gone. You talk about the wrecks of clothes.
The question is that.
Wait a minute, my question is, we need to give you guys at City Hall respect. For us to give us respect, we need to take back our own neighborhood. But I'm not going to call the police because I got a problem. I'm going to handle my problems. Then I'm going to call the police to take care of the problem that we just gave you. We got to get back. I'm talking to the people. We got to, don't cut me off, please. I'm sorry. And I know about the law. But we got to start taking back. We got to take back our own city. The police here to get back. We need to take back. Don't be afraid for your city. When you live, you pay mortgage, and you let somebody take over your neighborhood. Get together as a community and work. The motorcycles is coming back from New Jersey to Canada, here to Baltimore, and we're going to help you do something to make a difference. So I'm asking the police department, do what you got to do your job, and just help one another. And we need to get a communication where we know what Coppins is and who he is.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? Don't be mad at me, but that's what we got to make a change. You want to stop this crime? We got to fight with each other, not against each other.
Excuse me. Thank you. Demetrius, 1 second. So that's 2 of the first 3 questions. Which are the second, short? That's his name. I'm not giving him his name. That's what he's known as. We are not going to hijack the microphone. We're not hijacking the microphone. We're going to give everyone an opportunity to pose their question. This is not to you, sir. This is to everyone. Because we have folks who have been standing in the line for some time now. Demetrius, thank you, sir.
My name is Dwayne Shorty Davis. I'm famous in Baltimore for putting toilets out on the corners, exposing political figures. My question is to Commissioner Bax, Deputy Robert Blake, the mayor. I gave you a letter about half an hour ago. All right? And that letter states that y'all had evidence pertaining to a case that I was involved in. Your police department came in my house without a search warrant, put the guns in my head, threatened me because I'm a caterer. I've been in a lot of people's houses. I was making a movie documentary about the politics in the state of Maryland. My question is, what you gonna do about the evidence that I gave your police department when I was asking protection from your police department from political figures here in Baltimore City? Stephanie Rollins Blank know me, you know me for 14 years, Larry Young know me, Dr. Cheetah know me, and y'all know what I've been doing with this camera. I want my property back, and the police department got it, so what you gonna do about returning my property? And I run ceasefire here in 2006, when you were city councilman and Mayor O'Malley was the mayor. So this ceasefire program been in y'all's midst. Y'all been knowing about the ceasefire.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate the question.
Very quickly, I did read your letter, and thank you for taking the time to read the letter, and I'll take a picture with you. I'll let I get there. You keep telling me about it. This handsome gentleman here with the bald head is Rodney Hill. He's an attorney who runs my internal affairs unit. He used to prosecute police officers, and I was able to talk him into coming over to investigate misconduct within the organization. He's very good at what he does. Before we leave, we'll make contact with you, take your phone number down, your information, and he'll have the staff follow up and answer your questions.
Next three questions.
Kids, what was the case, the young lady, we'll take three at a time, we're sharing, and what was her name, ma'am?
Nakia Washington.
In the situation?
George Booker Wells III was murdered Saturday, March the 31st, 2012 by Jeffro Estavian, a Central District. He shot him 6 times, 5 in the back, once on the side. This man is dead. Jeffro Estavian was back on the force on April the 13th, 2012. So if he murdered him on March 31st, how is he back out locking somebody up on April the 13th, 2012? That's not even 14 days. It's not even 2 weeks.
I don't have the case in front of me. I was looking towards the Internal Affairs Chief. What we do with any incident that occurs within our organization. And we have, it was mentioned by Uncle George, we have an 80-point plan. That any force from force used from a deadly situation to using your fists, using your hands, using your feet, using a baton, using a flashlight, using any force whatsoever for us is investigated. And we go through a process, and everybody's held to a standard. We do have to go through the Police Officer Bill of Rights. Officers, just because allegations are brought up does not mean that they're guilty of everything. We have the responsibility not only to the citizens, but we have the responsibilities to the officers to go through a fair process. What I can do, and I can't provide it for you right now because I don't have the background and information, is go back and find out myself. And I will go back and find out myself to ensure and make sure what took place and find out the circumstances on that. If you give us our phone number, your information, I'd have my Deputy Commissioner Wall give you a call and follow up with you. Okay, make sure we get her information. Let's do it now. Let's go over and get her information right now.
Yes, sir.
Good evening. My name is Ray Kelly. I'm the President and Steward Chair of the No Boundaries Coalition of Central West Baltimore. And on February 22nd, we had a community gathering where we discussed 5 issues: economic development, health and wellness, youth development, recreation, and public safety. The overwhelming problem with every group, business owners as well as organizers as well as residents, was they didn't get a sense of safety in certain parts. We encompass Bolton Hill, Reservoir Hill, Madison Park, Druid Heights, Upton, Sandtown, Winchester. The question's coming. Okay. My question is simple. How can we as residents and organizations ensure committed support from the police department to come out and do programs and initiatives that bring positive visibility to our neighborhoods?
I know, if I'm just going to go out of order, because I know that we said we're going to take 3 questions. That's what this is about. Yeah. Trying to get to that answer. You have to work with us, like you're here tonight, telling us what that looks like to you. You can identify a problem, that you said you don't feel safe, but then what do you, more importantly, what do you want to see from the police, and how can we make that happen?
Well, we are an organization that, no matter what, we find a way to get things done. We still have our block parties, and we still have organizational meetings. We also in order for us to expand and have a broader influence, sometimes we need police support so we can go this way, so we can have dialogue.
That is a longer conversation, and Commissioner Bass is going to assign somebody to talk to you so we can figure out what that looks like and create that type of partnership so the business leaders in your community who have invested over years in this community can feel the safety that they need so their businesses can thrive. So we'll make sure that we assign somebody to that this evening.
Yes, ma'am. And also, I think I like to start that relationship with me. And so if there is a meeting that you want to have and you want me out there, I like to come. And it's one thing to not just come, but to hear, to listen. I like to walk the neighborhood. But also, I like to, the Deputy Commissioner is going to touch bases with you. The Colonel is going to talk a little bit more about what he's been doing in that area because he controls the officers over there, what we'll do in the future.
I would like to invite you right now to our list. We got plenty of coalition partners and members here, and our meeting is the second Tuesday of every month at 6 o'clock p.m. at St. Peter Claver Church.
My staff will give you the phone number to my office. Just let me know. I don't have the ability to write that down. I like to come in at 10.
And just look right there in the face of the guy that you're talking to. That is your liaison in my mayor's office in the neighborhood. So that's right. So that's Inez will vouch for him. He's a good guy, right? Demetrius is a good guy. So he'll make sure. Don't leave. Do you have his card? Okay. All right.
I'm taking all cards.
All right.
I'm taking all ideas. And
all right. Don't leave without connecting.
I will.
Thank you, sir.
My name is Brother John. I'm the president of the Golf and Pool Association, the Harlem Box Association, and I'm the president of Little Africa. We've been working in building this community for the last 19 years. Never got any support from Baltimore City. And the police, which we had some pretty nice police down there, Megavolt, Whitaker, quite a few. Back when Ham was the commissioner, Ham would come down. And Ham would tell every community, do like the Africans do. But the only interference we had from our community is with Baltimore City. Baltimore City for the last 40 years, we never got a nickel from Baltimore City. We don't know where the money went at, but we've been putting money in the community out of our own pockets. We don't have no crime, and nobody would not dare bring no drugs down to Africa. We'll deal with this ourselves. We don't need this police. You understand me? Because we deal with it. You understand me? So the whole idea, when I'm asking you, I have a lot of people, young people, old people, come to my office every day begging for jobs. So I usually mix the contacts. I teach them drywall and roof and the whole 9 yards. So we send them out and get you in and get some work.
Right now, Mr. John, just for the sake of time.
Excuse me, Mr. Mayor. All these communities, boy, they're not in communities. Anywhere with black, you don't have rights. I would love for you to come down to the Africa. Only politician ever came down was Moses. Moses know what we do. That guy you got, what you call him, over there, what's his name? What's his name? Cole. Never even been in this. Would not come in this. But he'll go up Reservoir Hill, Oak Hill up in that, but he would not come in that district. We got to
stick to the question, Mr. Johnson.
So, Mr. Johnson, Demetrius gave you your card so we can organize first the outreach from my office and then a visit from him. So he has your card. You have his card, so you can arrange it.
You can come down and see Carl.
What I'm telling you is, you
make a safe city for the gun runners coming down there when they bring us guns.
Sir, what I'm offering is to come down, and I'm giving you the contact person to make it happen. Thank you for coming out, sir.
So, for those of you who are standing in the line.
Oh, Mr. Demetrius, the card that you have, sir. Thank you.
Okay, my name is Carolyn Jennings. I'm the lead past president of Windsor Hills. We have a safety issue that's threefold and it's escalating. Our lights have been out for almost a month. When I drive up Lyndhurst, there's lights out right at Bateman Avenue and Lyndhurst. 2 blocks of Lyndhurst, 2 blocks of Bateman Avenue. We've called this 311 and expressed a request for the lights to come on. I stopped the BGE people to find out what's going on. Now, we called 311, and then I heard the mayor on TV talking about the lights, temporary lights. Yeah, temporary lights. So we called 311, and they knew nothing about it. So we kept calling 311. Got the supervisors double their supervisors. They didn't know anything about it. So there's a disconnect. But then there's a happy ending.
Let me just do this. Don't tell me the happy ending. I think Demetrius is your rep that is a liaison to my office. I want to make sure that you have a direct connection.
Well, there's a happy ending.
No. I just want to make sure so that doesn't happen again. So if there's a disconnect, you can directly call someone that works directly for me. So I'm sorry to interrupt, but when you were saying it's a disconnect, I wanted to fix it immediately. So I'm sorry.
Okay, that's fine. Right, but tonight, just before coming home, we got word that we're going to get it. But I need you to make sure when we get a date, because it's very disconcerting.
What's the
It's very disconcerting driving up to your home when it's dark.
What's the address?
Okay. Now, the second thing is escalated.
Give us the address real quick.
Well, it's a safety issue, sir.
Can you tell us the address?
I'm going to talk real fast. Stop interrupting me. Thank you. All right. The other thing is because
Can you give us the address? I'm sorry.
3900 block of Bateman Avenue. 3900 and 4000 block of Bateman Avenue. Right at that intersection in the 2600 and the 2700 block of Lyndhurst. And this is the ticket number if you want that too.
We'll come get it. You give it to me.
But the other thing is because of the darkness, we have a stray dog issue. We've been calling about the stray dogs for 6 months. They caught one dog, but they haven't caught the other. Now the other dog has now brought some friends around behind the person's house, and they are coming out and they are trying to attack people. There's a school around the corner, and we have a lot of seniors in our neighborhood, and the seniors are now saying they're being attacked by these dogs. So for some reason, you got to get a dog catcher or something. Do something about that. And because of the issue, we have two-legged people with their pants hanging down roaming in our area. We need to get rid of them.
So with if you could step over here, Mr. Larry Duncan can get the SR number, and we can address it, and then deal with your
It'll happen tonight.
Thank you, sir.
My name is Christopher Jackson, and I'm part of the Leaders of a Beautiful Struggle, and I think I'm the youngest person that's come up here today, so I feel like I should advocate and speak for the young people here. There's an issue that I think that's systemic that everyone is talking about that I think has to happen legislatively and not just haphazardly talk about issues independent.